Awesome. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in today for Thank you for joining in today for our Google Cloud live event about pixels to paragraphs, Google Cloud showcase of Vertex AI. Today, myself, Shivank Avasti, strategic cloud engineer, and my colleague Utkarsh is here today to give you a brief talk about the capabilities of Vertex AI. So, without wasting any further time, let's run down with the agenda. So, in this talk today, we are going to talk about the Vertex AI. We are going to talk about Vertex AI conversation. We are going to talk about Vertex AI search and how do we integrate with LangChain. Then we have two action-packed demos for you, and which will be followed up by the Q&A session. So, let's get started. So the introduction for this and for most of the use cases of Vertex AI is to understand how and the major challenge that continues with the advancement of data and the AI and how it goes is about how do we extract the meaningful information from vast amounts of unstructured image and text data. And with the advancement of Vertex AI, there's an integrated approach to conversational AI and enterprise search. So in this meet today, we are going to talk about two things. We are going to talk about two particular use cases, wherein one goes about the batch image processing, and second is one is about document summarization. Now, to give you an example of how on what such cases batch imaging processing could be useful or document summarization could be useful, let's take an example of an edtech company wherein there is a education based company which is going to talk about which is going to have a lot of assignments, and they want to understand which particular assignments have what kind of text. Now these assignments could be submitted by students in an image format, and it would be very difficult to do it on a manual basis. So for those such use cases, Vertex AI comes for your help, and it can just seamlessly integrate with the existing pipeline, the data pipeline that you're already having, and provide seamless results, which we are going to see in our demo today. Then comes the document summarization. So in most of the IT companies and big MNCs out there, there are large documents and guides available which have different type of data is available. Now to answer and to find something relevant out of it, it is a very difficult task if you do it on a manual basis. So we can use the document summarization use case for that situation. Now proceeding further to the Vertex AI slide. What is Google Cloud Vertex AI? So Vertex AI is Google Cloud's unified machine learning platform for building, deploying, and scaling AI models. It provides us with a comprehensive suite of tools and services that cater to various levels of machine learning expertise, from beginners to a seasoned professional. And Vertex AI combines the data engineering, data science, and ML engineering workflows, enabling your teams to basically collaborate using a common tool set and scale your applications using the benefits of Google Cloud. There are several options available for training and deployment of the models, which can be done through AutoML, custom training, Model Garden, and Generative AI. Now, let's proceed to the next slide. So now there's a obvious question that comes in our minds, that how do we interact with Vertex AI? So there could be multiple ways that you can interact with Vertex AI. First way is through by using the Google Cloud Console if you prefer to view and manage your Vertex AI resources and visualization through a graphical user interface. There is another option of using Google Cloud CLI when you want to manage your Vertex AI resources from the command line or through scripts or other automation tools. The third option is to be use Terraform if you want to standardize the infrastructure or Vertex AI resources in your Google Cloud project. There's another option of using Vertex AI SDK for Python, which is similar to Vertex AI Python client library, except that the SDK is on a very high level and less granular. Client libraries use each supported language natural conventions to call the Vertex AI API and reduce the boilerplate code that you have to write. Now, the Vertex AI REST API provides RESTful services for managing jobs, models, and endpoints, and for making predictions with hosted models on Google Cloud. Now that we have understood how do we interact with Vertex AI, let's move to the next slide. Now, let's talk about Vertex AI conversation. So Vertex AI Conversation is a powerful tool within Google Cloud's Vertex AI platform that enables developers to build and deploy conversational AI applications. It leverages large language models and natural language understanding to create engaging and interactive experience for users. Now, the key components and features include for the Vertex AI conversations are generative AI, which utilizes the advanced language models to generate natural sounding responses and engage in dynamic conversations. Dialogflow CX integration, which leverages the robust conversation design capabilities of Dialogflow CX, allowing for creation of complex conversational flows and handling user intents effectively. There is a data store agent which enables the creation of virtual agents that are powered by the data store, which could be powered by again structured or unstructured data, which allows users to have conversations with the agent and ask questions about the content within the data store. Customization is available on a very extensive manner and with extensive options, which allows developers to tailor the conversation experience to their specific use cases and brand voice. Then we have enterprise grade security, which provides robust security measures to protect the sensitive data and ensure compliance with the industry standards. Now let's talk about the use cases and benefits. So depending on as we discussed, there could be the top two use cases for which we are going to do a demo today. uh, let's talk about the further use cases. There could be a use case for a customer service chatbots for any big MNC. It depends how good your customer service is. You have a better response in the market. So automating customer support interactions and answering the frequently asked questions and resolving the issues efficiently. This would not only make the customer satisfaction better, but also reduce the load on your human agents. Then, with the virtual assistants, you can create intelligent assistants that can perform tasks, provide information, and engage in natural conversations. Again, reducing the load on your human capital. With content generation, you can generate creative content such as marketing copy, product description, and social media posts, which are something that you might have never seen. Knowledge base access. Now, this provides users with the easy access to information within a knowledge base or document repository through conversational interactions. We could provide personalized recommendations and offer tailored recommendations for products or services or content based on user preferences and behavior. The benefits come from improved customer experience, providing faster, more personalized, and engaging support to customers. Increased efficiency comes out of automating the repetitive task and freeing up human agents to focus more on the complex issues. Scalability is also one of the benefits as it is very easy to handle large volumes of conversations and scale to meet growing demand. And the enhanced innovation, we are always leveraging the cutting edge AI technology to create innovative conversational experiences. Now that we have gone through about the benefits and the use cases, let's talk about the Vertex AI conversational and about the model training and deployment. Let's break down each of these steps in Vertex AI conversations, model training, and deployment process. Now we'll start with the first step, that is the training data. So the foundation of your conversation AI is training your data. The accurate your bot is, the more accurate your training data would be. So clean data gives you a more accurate bot. Now let's start with the first step, that is collection. So you gather a diverse set of conversational data that mirrors real world interactions your chatbot will encounter. And this can include customer support transcripts, it can include FAQs and knowledge base articles, it can include social media interactions and product reviews. Then comes the next step of preparation. So, preparation is basically cleaning and formatting the data to ensure consistency and accuracy. This might involve removing irrelevant information, which could include noise, personally identifiable information, etc., and also annotating intents and entities. This could be labeling user goals and key information within text to guide the model's understanding. Now, the model selection, which is the like identifying the right tool for the job, we need to select if we can have two approaches whether we want to go ahead with pre-trained models or custom models. So with pre-trained models, Vertex AI offers several pre-trained models optimized for different conversational tasks, and these can save time and provide a good starting point. The custom models for more specialized needs or unique conversational styles, you can create your own models. And these models using Vertex AI's tools. This involves selecting an architecture, choosing a model type, example, transformer base that aligns with your requirements, and the next step could be hyperparameter tuning, which could be fine tune model settings to optimize performance, and then training your data, which could be feed your prepared training data into the model to learn patterns and responses. The third step that comes is deployment, that is bringing your chatbot to life. Now, Vertex AI infrastructure, once you have your model trained, it is very easy to be deployed on Google Cloud, and this gives you the scalability, reliability, and the global reach that Google Cloud is known for. Then you get the endpoints that on which your model gets deployed, and a specific address where applications can send conversation requests and receive responses in real time. The fourth step is monitoring and optimization, which is a continuous improvement process. Now, performance tracking is key to understand your chatbot's performance in the real world, and this can involve metrics, error analysis, and user feedback. Now, you need to track key indicators like accuracy, response time, user satisfaction. You need to identify the common mistakes or the areas where the model struggles, and so that your model can improve upon it. Then you need to gather the inputs from user to understand their experience and understand the key pain points which the users are experiencing while interacting with your bot, so that your model can improve over time and give better results. Then comes the retraining phase, which is updating the model on a periodic basis with new data to keep it accurate and relevant, which is followed by the refinement phase, which is adjusting the model parameters, conversational flows, or even add new features based on the insights gained from the monitoring. Now, the key advantages from this approach is like having an end-to-end platform, which Vertex AI streamlines the entire process from data preparation to deployment within a single environment. Flexibility is also one of the key advantage, as it helps us in choosing the level of customization that suits your needs, from using pre-trained models to building your own from scratch. There's another key advantage of having a powerful infrastructure, which is like having a benefit from Google Cloud's resources for reliable and scalable deployment. Continuous improvement, as we just discussed in the previous and the fourth point, that regularly monitoring and optimizing your model ensures that it provides best possible conversational experience for your users. Now, with that, I would like to pass the baton to my colleague Utkarsh for talking about Vertex AI Search.
Thank you so much, Shivang. Hi everyone, Utkarsh this side. I'm working as a senior solutions consultant in Google for the past 2.5 years, and I'm very excited to be here. So let's start the discussion on Vertex AI Search. Shivang, could you please move to the next slide? Cool. Let's begin with the overview of Vertex AI Search. So, Vertex AI Search is a powerful search and retrieval engine that leverages Google's expertise in information retrieval and large language models, or LLMs. It enables you to build intelligent search applications over the enterprise data, providing a Google-like search experience for your users. So, some of the key features of Vertex AI Search includes semantic search, uh, that understands the meaning and context of user queries and not just keywords. Second is advanced NLP. It leverages Google's powerful NLP models for tasks like entity extraction, sentiment analysis, and automatic summarization. Then comes multi-language support. Indexes and searches data in multiple languages, expanding the reach of your search application. Then comes tuning. It helps you customize the ranking and relevance of algorithms to match your specific use case and business needs. Then comes advanced search features, which supports features like facets, auto suggestions, spelling corrections, and synonym expansion. Then comes generative AI integration. It combines the search results with generative AI to provide more comprehensive and relevant answers to your queries. Then comes security. It also leverages Google Cloud's robust security measures to protect your data. And please rest assured, we have a demo planned after we complete this module. It will give you actually a better idea of all the key features that we are talking about here. So now let's move to the next slide. Now let's quickly discuss the use cases and benefits similar to the ones that we discussed for Vertex AI conversation. So customer service chatbots, one of the use case is customer service chatbots that actually helps you to automate customer support interactions, answer frequently asked questions, and resolve issues efficiently. Second is virtual assistants. It helps you to create intelligent virtual assistants that can perform tasks, provide information, and engage in natural conversations. Third is content generation. Generate creative content such as marketing copy, product descriptions, or social media posts. This is actually quite similar to Vertex AI conversation, but more in the field of search rather than conversing. Then comes knowledge base access. It helps you provide the users with easy access to information within a knowledge base or document with a repository through conversational interactions. Then comes personalized interactions. It offers tailored recommendations for products, services, or content based on user preferences and behavior. Some of the benefits include enhanced relevance. It understands the meaning behind search queries, delivering more accurate and contextually relevant results. Then comes personalized experiences. Tailor search results to individual users, their preferences, and their search history. It also includes improved efficiency. You can save time and resources by enabling users to find information quickly and more easily. It also helps you by giving deeper insights. It helps you to uncover hidden patterns, trends, and relationships within your data. It provides increased engagement. It helps you to deliver a more satisfying search experience that keeps users coming back and helps to increase the traffic on your website or your application. Then comes scalability. It also helps to handle large volumes of data and high query volumes with ease. And it is also future proof, benefit from growing advancements in Google's AI research and development. Now let's move to the next slide, Shivam. Thank you. Now let's quickly understand how Vertex AI search actually works in the background. So first of all, you have to ingest data. So you have to connect Vertex AI search to your data resources such as Google Cloud Storage, BigQuery, or your web pages. Then you have to index your data. The data is indexed and processed, creating a structured representation for efficient search. Then the next step is creating your search application. Build your search interface, example using React, or you can use Flutter or any other front end framework of your choice, and use the search API to query the index and retrieve results. This actually gives you n number of possibilities because you can leverage its API and build a custom front end based on your branding guidelines or based on your preferred UI UX. Then comes the tune and optimize. You can refine your search configuration to improve relevance and accuracy. Monitor and maintain. You can also monitor the performance of your search application and make necessary adjustments to ensure optimal results. This can be done in the development or UAT phase of the application where you're playing with the model and you're further enhancing it. Then the Vertex AI REST API provides RESTful services for managing jobs, models, and endpoints, and for making predictions with hosted models on Google Cloud. Uh, Shivang, please move to the next slide. Now, quickly, let's understand how Vertex AI search model training and deployment actually works. So let's break down how model training and deployment works within Vertex AI search. So first is so it has two main components for its functionality. First is the matching engine. This handles the retrieval of relevant documents based on user queries. It employs techniques like keyword matching, semantic search, and vector search to efficiently identify the most suitable document from your index. Then comes the large language models. These powerful models are used to understand and respond to user queries. They can generate summaries, answer questions, and engage in conversations, all based on the information contained within your indexed documents. So now let's understand more about model training in the case of Vertex AI Search. So Vertex AI Search offers flexibility in model training, catering to different needs and expertise levels. So there are some pre-trained models available. You can use Google's pre-trained models, optimized for various tasks like summarization and question answering. These are a quick and convenient way to get started. Then comes the customizable models. For more tailored results, you can fine-tune the pre-trained models with your own data. This allows you to adapt the models to your specific domain and use case. The use case can be anything related to healthcare, marketing, sports, etc. The possibilities are endless. Third is bring your own model. If you have developed your own custom models, you can import them into Vertex AI Search and leverage the platform's infrastructure for deployment and scaling. Let's move to the next slide, please. Uh, Then comes the model deployment. Once a model is trained or imported, Vertex AI search makes it very easy to deploy and manage it. First, you need to create an index. Basically, an index is a structured representation of your data that allows for efficient search. Vertex AI search provides tools to help you create and manage indexes based on your data resources. You can consider it as a SQL database or something like that. Then comes the second part, which is to deploy the model. Deploy your trained model or the pre-trained one to a scalable endpoint within Vertex AI. This endpoint will handle incoming search requests and provide responses in real time. The third is to query the model. Your application can interact with the deployed model through API calls. You can send search queries, receive relevant results, and even engage in conversational interactions depending on your model capabilities. And regarding querying the model, you will also find a very enticing demo right after we cover LangChain, which will cover more about how we can query the model. Then comes the monitoring and optimization part. Vertex AI Search provides tools to monitor your model's performance and optimize its results. Mon- uh, so you can track metrics like query latency, accuracy, and user engagement to understand how your search application is performing. You can gather feedback from users to identify areas where the model can be improved. You can refine your models periodically with updated data and feedback to ensure continuous relevance and accuracy. Let's move to the next slide, please, Shiva. Thank you. Now let's quickly understand what LangChain is and how the integration of LangChain with Vertex AI search and conversation can help you boost your application's capability by 100x. So LangChain is a framework designed to simplify the creation of applications using large language models. It offers a range of tools and components that streamline the development. The key features and benefits include, first of all, as you can guess from the name, it's the chains themselves. So the chains are the core of LangChain's functionality, allowing you to combine multiple LLMs and other components like data sources and tools in a sequence to perform complex tasks. This enables the creation of conversational agents, question answering systems, and other applications that require multiple steps of reasoning and interaction. Then comes the agents that use LLMs to determine which they can interact with tools and environment, making them useful for tasks like autonomous research and code generation. Third is memory. LangChain provides component for managing memory with LLM applications. This allows conversations or interactions to maintain context and reference past information, leading to more coherent and meaningful exchanges. Fourth is data augmented generation. LangChain also allows you to easily integrate external data sources with LLMs, enabling them to generate responses based on real time information. This is particularly useful for applications that require up to date information or personalized responses. And the fifth and the last one is LangChain. LangChain includes tools for evaluating the performance of LLM applications, allowing you to identify areas of improvement and iterate on your designs process, and enabling developers to build powerful and sophisticated applications leveraging the capabilities of LLMs. Let's move to the next slide, please. Now, apart from the use case that we'll be demoing today, let's understand some of the other use cases that you can have. So, chatbots and conversational agents create chatbots that can engage in a natural language conversations, answer questions, provide customer support, or even generate creative content. Question answering build systems that can answer complex questions by extracting information from various sources, including documents, databases, and APIs. Remember what we discussed about, having the information to real time, so having the access to real-time information. So this particular use case is very critical to that part. Summarization, generating summaries of long documents or articles, making information more accessible and easier to digest. This is one of the use case that we will be covering today. Then comes code generation and analysis. Assist developers by generating code snippets, identifying bugs, or suggesting improvements to existing code. You can use this in, let's say, in your IDEs to help the developers in generating code snippets or identifying bugs in their codes, or helping them write test cases. Then comes autonomous agents, create agents that can perform tasks like booking flights, scheduling meetings, or even writing emails for you. Now, in the diagram, you can clearly see the some of the use cases that we have discussed, and on the top, you can say how the flow actually works. Like when you start asking a question, it is first triggered through it first goes through an LLM. Then the prompt is goes through a lot of data sources. It then again goes through the large language model, and then finally you get your answer. Let's quickly move to the next slide, please, Shivam. Cool. Now, enough chit chatting. Let's dive into the demos. So, first part of the demo is pre-recorded by myself. So, it is a more interactive UI based demo, and we have specifically kept it in such a way that we are covering it both from a UI perspective and also from a CLI or more programmatical approach. So, the first demo is executed via the Google Cloud Console itself, and the second demo will be presented by Shivang programmatically. So, Shivang, let's move to the next slide and play the demo, please. Hi, everyone. So, welcome to this part of the demo, where first of all, we'll be creating a search application, we'll be deploying it, and then I'll also show you how to generate a prompt and get an answer from the application. So, in order to do that, let's first of all open the Google Cloud Console. And as soon as you open it, you'll see this welcome page where you will get the information about your Google Cloud account, your project, plus the readily available services. So, in order to create the Vertex AI agent, let's go to the search bar and search for Vertex AI agent. So I had already searched it, so it's already auto-populated. And once you type Vertex AI agent, you will get the agent builder result, and you can simply click on it. And as soon as you do, it will navigate you to the agent builder page. So if you have already enabled the API to use the agent builder service, you'll see this particular window. Otherwise, you'll have to first of all enable your agent builder API, and then you'll be able to create applications. Now, since I've already done that part, I'll click on create a new app. So for this particular use case, we are creating a search application, but you can always create a chat application, a recommendation engine app, and a natural language agent as well, which is still in the preview mode, but you can always test it around. So let's click on search. So as soon as you do it, you get a lot of search app configuration options. So for the content, do you want to keep it generic, which is a powerful search application out of the box, and it utilizes AI for accurate and intent-based focus results. Then it is for media. It is focused mainly towards media platforms like for audio and video streaming and digital publishing. Then comes healthcare. If you're utilizing, uh, healthcare data related application, then you can choose the healthcare option. Secondly, then comes the option that do you want to keep the enterprise features enabled or not. It actually gives the option to get extractive answers from your documents. It also helps you to have the search option for images as well, and website search as well. So I'll keep this option enabled for this particular use case. Then it also gives you the option to enable advanced LLM features as well, which can be used for search summarizations and follow-ups. For this particular use case, I'll keep it enabled. But if you're playing it around, please feel free to take a look at the features and prices as well, because if you enable it, the prices will be different. Now let's name the application. I'll name it Cloud Community. It is also asking you for the name of the company or the organization. I'll mention Google Cloud. Then it is asking you for the location of your application. For this particular use case, I'll keep it global, but you can also select US and Europe as well. So I'll click on continue. So as soon as you click on continue, then it gives you the option to create data stores. I have already created few data stores in my previous testings. So all those data stores are populated here. But for this particular use case, I'll go ahead and create another data store. So if you are summarizing or creating a search application for a website content, you can choose website content here. If you are importing data from BigQuery, you can choose this option. If you have a PDF or another file that you want to upload to cloud storage and create an application using that, you can do it as that as well. Many use cases being, let's say, if there's an audit report and you want to summarize some part of the document, or if you want to extract results from a long PDF document, then you can do it via this option. Then there is options available for Google Drive as well. You can also import data manually by calling an API. And similarly, there are options for other cloud databases available in GCP, like Cloud SQL, Spanner, Bigtable, and Firestore. For this particular use case, I'll select the website content. Now it also gives you the option to select advanced website indexing. For this particular use case, I'll keep it turned off, but because if you're using a third party website, you'll have to verify that you are the owner of that particular website. So if you're using it for your internal website and you are able to verify that you are the owner, then feel free to enable this option. But for this particular use case, I'll keep it turned off. Then it is asking you to specify URL patterns to index. So I'll quickly grab the URL. Cool. So this is the URL. Basically, I'm giving the URL for googlecloud.com. And then it also gives you the option to exclude basically some parts of the website, like the FAQ section or the contact us section if you want. Once you have done that, then you can click on continue. Then the next option is to name the Firestore. So I'll probably give it YouTube Live Demo Store and click on create. So once you have done that, it has now created your data store. Now you need to select that particular data store and click on create in order to integrate it with the application. Now, voila, you have successfully created an application. Now the application and the data stores are being created, and it will take some time because in the background, Google Cloud is creating the data store, integrating it with the application. So it will take some time. So please bear with me. And in the meantime, I'll pause the video and we'll restart from the time where the application is created and ready to use. Thank you. Hi everyone, welcome back to the demo. So now the application is ready to use, and now I'll quickly give you a demo how it works when the application is ready to be used. So I'll now click on the application, and as soon as I do that, it takes me to the preview page where I can actually type and search anything that I want, which is present on the website. If you remember earlier, I actually used the cloud.google.com website as my source. So I'll search Vertex AI here. And yes, you can see it is giving us a lot of results. So you can browse through the results and see if you're able to find anything that is relevant to you. I'll quickly do another search just to give you an idea. Now I'll search Gemini, and yes, you can see it is giving me a lot of options and answers for this particular search as well. So thank you so much for taking time and joining this particular session. That's it from my side on this part of the demo. Back to the presentation. Thank you. Hi.
Awesome. Thank you, Utkarsh, for that amazing demo. Now let's proceed to the next part of the demo. Now, as we discussed and as Utkarsh mentioned that we were first showing the graphical approach through the UI, and now we will be focusing more on the programmatic approach. So this part of the demo rather would be focusing on the uh, use case wherein there would be a bunch of images, and using generative AI, we are going to extract some information about the images. Now, without like talking much, I would like to show you some of the images that we are going to use for this set of example. So, as you might be able to see it on your screen now, that this is one of the sample image that we are going to use for extracting information out of it, and we are going to use generative AI for the same. Now, this is the second image that we are going to use, which is showing some sample text there, and this is the third image, which is showing an advertisement and talking about a real estate ad, which is for rent, right? Now, let me take you to the programmatic console wherein I can show you the code that I have written for the sake of this demo, which would talk about how we are going to extract this image. So awesome. Now, let me clear the console. Just a second. Let me bring it up. Awesome. So bringing this to the stage, as you might see on the code base side. So what we have done here is we have written a simple Python file which is going to be having the necessary set of imports, which are Google Cloud, Vertex AI generative models, and the storage class from the Google Cloud. So in this particular example, what we are doing here is we are using we are creating a generate function which is going to generate the data using the generative models, and what the prompt that I'm going to pass a very simple prompt that is describe the image. So whatever the generative AI model is going to see inside that image, that particular thing it is going to extract and send it out to us. And the second function, that is the get object URIs, is the function that we are going to use to extract the images which are stored in a GCS bucket and at a particular prefix. So let me go ahead and quickly, as I have talked about the code base, let me quickly go ahead and run this code to basically show you what we are going to do. Now, as with this code would be running, the first thing it would be doing is it would be iterating over all the objects that are present within that path, and assuming that these are the images that are there, and extracting the name of those images. Now, this is going to return those images inside this function, inside the generate function, wherein we are going to check if the image file format is a JPG or PNG format. Now, if it is a JPG or PNG format, the prompt would be passed to the generative model that describe the image, and the image would be passed. So it would go. It is going to return the response, and the response is going to look something like this. So as you can see, our code has executed successfully, and to showcase and give you more details, this is the real estate agent ad, and as you can see, the description that has been generated is the image shows a real estate agent handing over the keys to a new homeowner. Two men are standing in front of the house with a for rent sign in the yard. The agent is smiling and shaking the homeowner's hand. Homeowner is also smiling and looks excited. So as you can see, the model is accurate enough to determine the facial expressions and also to determine the gesture and the emotions of the actors involved in this. The second description shows that image shows a white seat belt on the blue background, and which says sample text is written in the lower right corner. For the cursive handwriting one, it is able to determine that this is a handwritten text in cursive and it is written in blue ink. The text is a Latin text and it is written in very neat and legible handwriting. So it is able to understand what exactly is being conveyed inside the image and what exactly is being said out of that image. Now, as we discussed, right, these are the use cases. This is going to be very helpful in the use cases wherein we are going to talk about and extracting information about a certain set of image. So this is one of the other piece of demo that we wanted to share with you. Now coming back to the slide that we had towards the end of the part. So there we go. Now once we now we are done with the two demos that we talked about, and for the next steps you can always reach out to the Google Cloud community. Here the link that is there, you can always give us reach out to this and share your event feedback on this link, which is very helpful for future sessions, and is really eye opener to us at sometimes. So feel free to share the relevant feedback. And yes, now towards the most anticipated part, that is the Q&A. So, anything that you folks like to say?
So I guess there's a question from Dheeraj on the chat. Is document summarization a use case for Vertex AI or Doc AI related? So Shivang, I can take it if that's not a problem.
Sure, sure.
Thanks, Shivam. So, Dheeraj, to answer your question, document summarization can be achieved using both Document AI and Vertex AI on GCP, but in actuality, they serve a bit different purposes and approaches. Let's say in case of Document AI, the focus is on extracting structured data and insights from documents. Let's say example invoices or forms using specialized models. And in case of Vertex AI, the focus is on mainly on generative AI capabilities, including natural language and understanding, and also in summarization. It basically uses large language models to generate a summary of unstructured text, capturing the main points and the gist of the documents. So it actually depends on your use case. Which one do you want to choose? If you primarily need to extract structured data and specific information from documents, you can use Document AI. If you want to generate more nuanced and human-like summaries of structured text, you can use Vertex AI. So it totally depends on the person and the use case. I hope I was able to answer your query. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Utkarsh. Now, let's move on to the second question, which is from Kayo, if I'm pronouncing your name right. Will you share some performance tracking examples to look at? So, Utkarsh, let me take this one. So, for the example that we had, be it the search example that we demoed, or the other example wherein we were extracting the images and extracting the data out of the images. Yes, there could be certain performance tracking and metrics that you could look at. So, probably the accuracy, the user feedback, these are some of the things, customer satisfaction, these are some of the things that we usually look at. But depending on your example, depending on your use case, there could be more specific metrics that you can look at, and to understand how your bot is performing. So understanding your bot's performance and understanding your use case is the actual key to identify the right set of metrics that are going to be useful for your use case. So I hope that answers your question. Awesome. So
If anyone else has any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat and we would be more than happy to answer them.
absolutely.
Also, we really appreciate everyone who joined, and thank you so much for appreciating our efforts in the comments. Okay, then
So
it
I
looks like we're
guess
here.
I guess we have reached the towards the end, and we don't have any more questions. So, thank you everyone for joining in today, and thank you for joining this amazing session on pixels to paragraphs. We are going to come up soon with another session on Vertex AI. So stay tuned. Thank you. Bye bye.
Have a good day. Bye.